And welcome back to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from Polexander. I think that's the name of the person who gave me this. I think it's Polexander. Who has the question, who would win the fight? Gon, I believe. It's not Gon, because there's no E at the end there. Gon, I think is his name. That's how you pronounce it. Gon, let me get his last name again. It's like Fleece, but not Fleece. Gon Freecss. Gon Freecss. I think that's how you say his name. Freecss versus Jotaro Kujo. That one I can get down from JoJo. That specifically, you asked for adult Gon versus Jotaro, which would make sense. They look similar to each other, and this is the max potential of Gon. So, I mean, Gon is a hunter in Hunter x Hunter. I can't remember exactly what his goal really was, but because all hunters have like a goal and profession they do. But Gon was noted for being the main character and being exceptionally powerful. He had a very strong aura, was skilled in hand-to-hand combat, had techniques revolving around rock, paper, scissors. But at one point, he wasn't able to defeat an opponent. And whatever, I can't avow. Again, they don't really go into specifics of how a vow really works. But by making a vow during a heightened state of emotion, he is able to tap into all the power he is ever going to be able to have. And so he gained this new form, the adult Gon form, which it basically was a super heightened version of himself. He was able to move at blinding speeds well beyond his normal. His already massive physical strength was heightened to because Gon has nuts physical strength. His durability also was enhanced, and his ability to use his aura was enhanced to the point of like Dragon Ball Z level. Not quite like planetary destroying level, but extremely dangerous levels. To the point where he was now making mincemeat of the opponent he was not able to deal with prior. But this came at a cost that once it was over, his body started to once it activated, his body quickly started to decay because this was unnatural for his body to do. And even though it was fixed and remedied, he could no longer sense his aura at this time of the story. Feel or sense it at all. Jotaro Kujo is the main character of the third series in the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and making appearances throughout 4 and 6. He's known as the delinquent who just wants to live a normal life. As such, he's always been pretty good at hand-to-hand combat and physically a very powerful dude. But like all JoJo characters who we put in verses, his main ability is his stand, which in this case, he has one of the most notable and powerful stands there is, Star Platinum, or Star Platinum the World. This takes the actually. Let me see if I can get a picture here of Star Platinum, just for the sake of there we go, full size. Just for the sake of people who don't know JoJo, who would probably be no one clicking on this video. But then again, I don't know. Maybe someone who doesn't know JoJo would be clicking on this video just to watch my content. In which case, thanks for watching. But let's see. Yeah. So what a stand is for the few people out there who don't know what JoJo stands are. There it is. It's basically a psychic entity that is there along with you for the ride. I don't know if it's there since your birth or if it manifests later on. Hold on one sec. Since I have the page up here for stands, and I know what Star Platinum does. That one I don't need any issue. Okay, stand. I need the actual thing. I need the actual star. Okay, come on. I need the actual. Okay, star. Will you? I really hate when sites are just being completely and totally uncooperative. Okay, the Star Platinum stand. This is just something where I don't know if it's with you since birth or it's like a mutation in like X-Men or quirk factor in My Hero where it develops later on. A stand is a entity psychically generated by the owner, referred to as a stand user. It's generally generally presents itself as a figure hovering or over or near the user and possesses abilities beyond that of an ordinary human, which, depending on the stand user, can be wielded for good or evil. Stands are defined as, again, as personification of life energy, whose abilities are given a visual form, which presented, the term is written as stand, whatever. According to Jotaro, the stand comes from the fact that they usually manifest standing next to the user. That's why they're called stands. Stands come in many different shapes of sight. Stand can represent the manifestation of individuals in a fighting spirit and embodiment for an extent individual psyche. However, stands may also derive from exploration of possibilities and expression of mind, in which case only a large amount of mental strength is required. Beyond that definition, stands present themselves as a large variety of forms. Due to their diversity, they are not made equal. We know that much. Stands were first introduced in Stardust Crusader, where they are named after the cards of the Arcane Tarot, and sometimes a color. Stands are connected to the alien virus connected to the rock, a meteorite that fell to Cape New York. So, okay, all the stand users. The stand is created from someone's psyche, which includes not only humans, but all other living things. That's right, other living things can happen too. The individual is referred to as a stand user, but unless bound to a specific object or automatic, stands are attached to the user's bodies. In that case, any damage that stand sustains, the user gets as well, and vice versa. Exceptions to the rule include automatic stands and bound stands, which are different. Except for rare occasions, when a stand user dies, the stand disappears. Since stands form user psyche, and they share an innate bond, however, stand. So I can't find anything here that actually states how a stand comes to be. But this is his stand, Star Platinum World, to be precise. The appearance may have changed over the years for Star Platinum World. But suffice to say, I know that it's like a manifestation of their psychic energy. Now, stands are very specific in how they take damage. You, as a human, you cannot damage a stand unless you have some sort of ability, like I think, was it Haman? Haman, because it's life energy, might be able to do it. I don't know if that's ever been proven, if stands can be hurt by Haman, which is a different form, like life energy turned into like solar power, which is used for hurting vampires. But generally speaking, only other stands can hurt stands. So now, granted, there are obviously exceptions to the rule. Someone argued that in Boruto, because stands are spiritual energy, they could be affected by chakra-based attacks, because chakra is spirit energy and physical energy. However, because they only make up one half of that, I'm going to argue that while they could definitely affect it, maybe, I don't think that is the case. So, no, attacks that can hit psychic-based, opponents, energy-based opponents, theoretically, should be able to hurt the stand. But stands can only be killed by other stand users, more or less. And, yeah, Star Platinum World's ability, is the ability to literally stop time. Its maximum safe time frame for doing that is 5 seconds. It can stop the time. It can stop time for literally 5 seconds. It can go beyond that, but Jotaro's body is not durable enough to handle that. Besides that, it's also got super strength, capable of carrying 4 men and a girl out of the path of 18-wheeler with one hand, later pulling the same Jeep out of a canyon with only one car as a counterweight and destroying a large artificial diamond within seconds, which is pretty powerful. Super speed and basically intercepting bullets, no problem. It's been stated he can exceed the speed of light. It's very precise stand, good eyesight, enhanced breathing, and obviously Star Platinum the World has the time stop ability, which, again, initially was only 1 to 2 seconds, but eventually was able to get up to 5 seconds. It can go beyond that, but at detriment of the host. So, the question in a fight between adult Gon and Jotaro is simply the fact, is one capable of killing the other? Because I'm going to tell you right now, as fast as Gon is, as strong as Gon is, it can't get past Star Platinum. Even with Nen being thrown into the equation, the fact that Star Platinum can just stop time really makes that difficult for him to really do anything. But then the counter question to that is, does Star Platinum even have the physical strength to beat Cone? Or Gon, because it definitely has to beat Cone. Actually, maybe not. Giant Cone is actually pretty strong, apparently. At least as far as we can tell. But does he have the physical strength? Because that's all he really has for his attack power to beat adult Gon. I think he has the physical strength to definitely, hurt or to hit Gon and make him feel it. But he's at his max potential. His max potential is way beyond that of what we see as a kid, who's already capable of moving multiple tens of tons of weight minimum, and has durability to survive massive hits. I think really what this is going to come down to, because the world, Star Platinum world, like the world of that Dio had, can just keep spamming his technique over and over again. He's got to hit the limit of the technique first. Technique stops, but he can then reactivate it like that. That is how dangerous those two techniques are. The Worldo and Star Platinum, the world, is that once it's over, you can just immediately reactivate again with no problems. It's no detriment on anyone. Which means this just turns into a battle of attrition then. And if it's a battle of attrition, Jotaro's going to win that fight because Gon's body is breaking down constantly in that fight. Now, it does, I will say, while Jotaro Platinum has the speed advantage, I think Gon has the physical edge, the durability edge, and the physical attack point, plus his aura. So if he gets some hits in, Jotaro's going to be in trouble. 100% he's going to be in trouble. But that's going to rely on him actually getting hits in. And even so, Jotaro is, I think, durable enough to take a hit from Gon, although Star Platinum will be feeling the effects of that because what happens to one, it happens to both. So, in that sense, I would still give it to Jotaro, but if Gon is lucky enough to get maybe 3 hits in, I actually think Jotaro's probably going to lose that fight because at that point his durability is gone. He's injured. Star Platinum can't do much. So while I'll say Jotaro for the overall, I think there is definitely a route for Gon to beat him in. It just would require a lot of timing and luck, to say the least. So, yeah, that's my opinion on that fight. But let me know in the comments below what you think. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you folks next time. Have a good one.